This podcast covers sensitive topics that may be difficult for some listeners. Please take care while listening. Okay, everybody, we have new bevies today.
Edna's, a woman's name on a can.
Who would have thought?
Love it.
Edna's. This is from Vancouver on Vancouver on Canada.
Vancouver, on Canada.
Vancouver.
No, Vancouver, British Columbia.
Oh, yeah.
It took me a second too.
I know it's not that.
Going back to the geography is crazy.
It is a reoccurring theme, not only in this podcast, but in my life. So this is Edna's from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. We love a Canadian girl.
Super cute bottle too.
Very cute bottle shaped like a can.
What other flavors do they have?
Okay, so let me tell you.
I think I saw a mojito down there.
Today, we are sipping on Edna's Mocktails from Vancouver, Canada. What we have right now is the Paloma. I love a Paloma. Did you like an alcoholic Paloma?
I mean, I liked every sort of drink ever, so.
Well, that is the other thing. I'm like, oh, I'll drink anything. I don't actually know
what I liked.
Yeah, I didn't know what alcohol I liked. I just I'm looking at this now and it says tequila extract and I'm like, I did not know.
I knew a Paloma was tequila.
I just knew it was pink. They've got 5 flavors.
Okay.
Mojito, Paloma, Mule. It's like a Moscow Mule. Collins. Is that a Tom Collins?
Tom Collins.
I don't know what that is.
I think it would be a Tom Collins. I think that's like a whiskey thing.
Whiskey?
Yeah.
And a smoky mezcalita.
Ooh,
a mezcal. But do you like smoky?
I think so.
You do? Okay, I'm not sure if I like smoky, so we'll try that one too.
Yeah.
So all of these are meant to be served on ice, cold, over ice. If you want to try Edna's Cocktails, go to ednascocktails.com and use the code EDNAS10 for 10% off.
10% off. Mocktail summer. Okay, wait. Let's do it at the same time. Oh. It slipped.
Ooh. Smells like summer. By the way, it's 9:30.
Ooh.
I remember sometimes there's like drinks and stuff that say like 2 servings. And I'm like, well, then why would you hand it to me in this one? Not these, but why would you hand me for 2 people? There's only 1 person.
Okay,
Miss Edna.
cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks, Edna. I wish I was by a pool.
I like that.
I wish we could record by my pool.
Hey, wait. This is like one of my faves we've had so far.
Really?
All the Mockies.
It tastes really good.
Well,
it doesn't taste like
tequila.
A mocktail to me.
Mm-mm.
You know? Like it doesn't taste like tequila.
No, it's not like a bitter. There's nothing that's like, oh yeah, that's what it is. Like when they bamboozle me with tequila and the kick is cayenne pepper.
That was crazy.
This is great.
It is really good. How are you today, Heather? Or hello, Undrunkies.
Oh my God. Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome back to Girl Undrunk. Zoe.
Heather.
How are you, babe?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I asked my work for Friday mornings off so we could have some stability for the podcast.
And it's currently Friday morning. And
it's Friday morning, and here we are. So
so proud of you.
I was really anxious leading up to it. Like I talked about it last week, but I was talking to the people at the meeting this week about it because I was still feeling anxious even after I got it.
Oh,
and then I realized that I think the anxiety stems from like thinking that I don't deserve it. Like I'm anxious to ask because I think I don't deserve it. And even if I got the Friday mornings off, like I feel like I still don't deserve it. So that's why I'm still anxious. You know what that means? You know what I mean?
I do know what you mean.
Yeah.
I do. It's almost similar to like, well, if this feels right, getting a job or a promotion and then being like, yeah, but I don't deserve it.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, they gave it to you for a reason. And
exactly. Well, I think also like before I would just fuck up at work so I got fired instead of asking for what I want, you know?
Yeah.
I would just be like, okay, well, I'm just going to get drunk so that they have to fire me because I have no other reason and I don't deserve anything else, you know?
Yeah.
So I think that's where the anxiety stems from.
Yeah, and it's like so new for you to be like, wait, I'm an autonomous woman. I can ask for things I want.
And I do deserve it. Like, that's the second thought. But the first thought is that I don't deserve it. Yeah. So I think you just have to like.
That's a good thing to notice.
Yeah. Like, I don't deserve this. Mm-hmm. Like, I guess that was.
So I wonder, going back in your life, like where that started for you, like where that like feeling undeserving really started. Was it an alcohol related thing, or was it like before?
I'm sure it was like something to do with my parents. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. You get an idea in your head when you're a kid, and somehow that becomes I'm undeserving. Yeah. And I don't know why.
Did I tell you that they used to tell me that when I was being like a bad girl, they would be like, well, we're just going to send you back to the Zoe school or
Zoe farm,
the Zoe farm, something like that, and I'll just get another Zoe.
Did you believe that?
I really did. Yeah, I really did, and that's, I think, traumatic for me.
It is scary because it's like that's possible. Like, I don't know, I'm a child. It's possible
to like, you go somewhere and then you just don't come back, and then I'm left with like strangers.
Not good,
because I wasn't a good girl.
I know, and like somehow that's like my fault.
I love being called a good girl in the bedroom. I wonder why.
Damn. Yeah. That's crazy. Also, my mom used to threaten my sister by saying she's gonna send me away.
Yeah. Like, and that's like the same thing.
Yeah. But it's like traumatizing my sister because it's like you're bad, and because you're bad, we're gonna take your sister. And she was like, my sister. It's horrible.
Other than that, I'm good. I'm going to Sarnia this weekend to see the fam. It's going to be warm. Sunday's supposed to be a little bit shitty, so we might come back to the city early. And then me and my boyfriend are going to the CNE on Monday, which I'm so excited for. It's going to be so cute. He's never gone.
I've never gone.
You've never gone?
First of all,
you hate crowds, so like, why would you go?
But I was also drunk for like a long time, and so I just like was never going to go outside in the hot sun.
Well, I think I used to go as a kid to the CNE every single year. Yeah. And then when I was drinking, no, I didn't go because like I can't go anywhere when I'm drinking. No. And then I've been recently going back since I've been sober every year. So this will be my third year going.
I think I want to go.
You should go. I didn't know you've never been.
I've also never been to Wonderland.
We can go for Halloween Haunt.
Yeah, but what if there's a real scary man, a real serial killer, and he comes in, puts a mask on, and then starts stabbing away?
And that is what could happen.
That is the risk. That is the occupational hazard.
And that's what's scary about it.
Yeah, well, that's exactly right. Yeah. The thing that scares me isn't the ghosts and the goblins. It's the real ones, the men.
The men.
But I do worry about things like that, like the CNE, especially with so much like, I know we're in Canada, but political turmoil makes me very nervous for people's mental states.
You can come and meet us on Monday if you want.
Okay. I'll be wearing a big suit with like a lot of padding in case anyone wants to come through the barriers and run me down.
They won't run you down. You gotta get over your fears, babe. Together.
I can't help it. I was in the Boston bombings. It's very hard for me to like get over things, you know?
You were in it?
Yes. I was in school during the Boston bombings of, when was that?
So I didn't know that.
That was 2013.
This makes sense of why you're so fucking scared of getting ran over in these fucking big events.
Yes. I was at Boston Conservatory and I was on the main strip. What is that strip called? Boylston? And they were running down Boylston. Mm-hmm. And I was right at the Trader Joe's, which was probably about like 100, 200 feet from the explosion. And I was there. So like I had a lot of friends there. There were friends sitting on the bleachers. There was a bomb under one of the bleachers that didn't go off. And my friends were sitting right there. God. Yeah, Ariane was there too. It was like we were freshmen. Yeah. Just like, and then everything got crazy. But like you heard the explosion and I thought it was a car backfiring and I didn't even know what that meant. I just was like, oh, sounds of the city or like bang, bang, it's a marathon. Yeah. And then everyone started fucking screaming and running. And then it was like a wave of people.
Terrifying.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean it's going to happen at every single event that you
go
to.
No, it doesn't. It just means that I have to get myself.
Feel safe enough to go.
I have to get myself into a place where I'm like.
This is going to be okay.
Yeah, because I'm not an agoraphobic. Like, I do go outside. I do things. It's just crowds are really scary.
And that makes sense if you've been through that.
Well, you know what also scares me about crowds is that people aren't paying attention to what I'm paying attention to. People are paying attention to the thing. And I feel like I'm taking care of everybody by looking around. And I'm never having fun. Yeah. Like, ever. So I'm like, you know what? Let me just not go and I'll watch TV at home.
Yeah. Maybe the CNE is not for you then.
I know.
Overall, I'm also feeling for you.
Yeah. Sympathy pains.
Sympathy pains for you.
Yeah.
I'm
okay.
I'm glad that you're saying that, but I know you're not.
You know what?
You know?
No, you know what? I am okay. I've been talking to myself a lot. I am like in this like weird precarious situation right now, and I'm just like, it's been a long weekend and it's Friday.
We won't talk about it yet, but like, shit's going down.
Shit's going down. I've been doing a lot of crying, and I will say this. The one part of this situation, the one thing that was like said to me is that like I spend a lot of time on the podcast, and I like I exert all of my energy on the pod, and I love to work on it, and it is my priority, and it feels like that's my first priority, which it is. It is. Out of all the things that were said to me or all the things that are going on, I kind of am just like so fucking proud of myself.
Yeah. You're like, thank God the podcast is my number one priority. Like, this is what I want to do.
Oh my God, thank God the podcast isn't the thing that's falling apart. I'm like, I've put so much energy into this, and I just felt in that moment when it was said to me, I was like, good for you, bitch. Like, I've spent my whole life for men. Like, I live for men, and for boys when I was a kid. Like, I've always made decisions based on men. Yeah. And I'll sacrifice things, my career, auditions, sleep, friendships, everything. Yeah. And I was like, girl, you flipped it. Yeah. So now I'm spending too much time on this. But not too much time. This is the exact amount of time, the exact amount of energy I want to be using on this. And I feel really proud of myself for that.
Me too. And yeah, I'm just so proud of you.
I mean, what a roller coaster.
What a roller coaster. What a roller coaster you're going on. And yeah, I just feel like I wish there was more that I could do to like help you. But I think just like I'm always here for you no matter what happens. And
and I do know that, and I do believe that, and I obviously like I love you, and I'm so fucking thankful that we're friends.
Same.
I fully just like cried hard on our meeting yesterday morning, and I like did something, and then it was weird, and I was like, Zoe, I'm so sorry. I just didn't even mean to like hide that from you. I'm confused. Like, I'm just out of fucking control.
And I totally get that too, by the way. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot that's going on, and like you're handling it with grace, and you're saying you're good. You don't have to be good all the time as well. Like, it's fine to be sad. Like, you can hopefully your emotion coming through this will just be like, I'm sad, but I'm going to be okay. You know?
I think I cried it all out already.
Yeah.
Like, I kind of feel good. I kind of feel like this is the shit I'm talking about. Like, we as women, we're fucking good. We're fine. Like,
just cry it out.
Cry it out. We don't need anybody. We're just, like, doing our thing. And you're going to attract the right energy when you attract the right energy at the right time. Like, but pushing and forcing and being upset is just, like, not the vibe.
Yeah.
You know? But I do actually genuinely feel okay. I wasn't sure. I was like, I could come on this pod and cry, but I honestly feel fine. But listening to DJ in our morning meetings tell us how much he loves us and how proud of us he is, I can't not cry.
What a sweetheart.
I know. I was like, DJ, you can't. I am so emotional right now.
We have a lot of, like, fans.
Those DMs are so nice.
So fucking nice. What would you rate yourself mental health wise?
I would just say I'm probably like a 5. Like, I'm okay. I'm honestly like, I do feel like I feel weirdly calm, to be honest with you, or like weirdly fine. Yeah. But I think, I don't know. I think
5 is fine.
Yeah, I think I'm a 5. I'm in the middle.
Yeah. I'd say I'm a 7.
Great. Yeah. I would love to be a 10.
I don't know. A 10 would be scary. If you're too good, then something's going to happen.
Yeah. If I'm a 10, I feel like I would be like gargoyling up on this chair right now, just like in a weird hyper.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess I'd be like a 10 if like we blew up.
Oh, like on the internet.
Yeah.
I was like exploded.
That's where your mind goes to first.
I told you that my grandfather was struck by lightning twice. Yeah, okay. That's all. There's no more to the story. That's it. Okay. Well, my mental health is fine. Whatever.
Sober news.
We have some like quick, interesting men to talk about.
Ugh, the men.
I know the men, but sometimes they're okay. We've got Machine Gun Kelly, who is a sober person.
Claims to be.
claims to be sober.
Claims to be.
There's like a few things with him. He went on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, and Andy Cohen asked him, like, why are you so young? How do you look so young? And then Machine Gun Kelly just starts going off about, like, I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't even know who I am anymore. Like, I might even just be part alien. Like, that's probably true.
And he was making everyone so uncomfortable.
It was really uncomfortable.
It was weird.
I was a little bit, I was like, okay, so I always assume everyone's on drugs all the time.
But maybe that's just, like, him being,
not
like,
on drugs.
Or him being newly sober. Because, like, when people get newly sober, they're saying crazy things.
Weird things, like trying to find your humor, trying to find your personality again, like you're on live TV.
Because, like, he has been in and out of rehab for, like, a few years now. So, like, maybe, I think he said that he was in rehab in December.
Yeah.
Everyone speculated that they broke up, but he was just in rehab. So maybe it's just him, like, trying to find himself again. But, like, something's going on there. But also, him and Megan are just, like, very weird people.
So weird.
And, like, I love Megan so much.
I do too. She was not this weird with Brian Austin Green. I feel like she's gotten,
I think she's always been
actually,
a little
I think
weirdo.
she was.
Like, I watched this interview of her talking about Jennifer's body back in the day.
Man, she nuts for Jennifer's body.
She's always just been a little crazy weirdo.
Jennifer's Body, have you seen it?
I have.
Yeah, what a great movie. Yeah. That is such a great movie for us. I love that movie.
I mean, we could do that for Halloween too. Like, I can be the blonde girl, you can be Megan, or vice versa.
Fake blood.
Yeah, fake blood. I have a lot of fake blood that we need to use.
I have no fake blood. I've never had fake blood. Machine Gun Kelly. I don't know. He's just like a character that comes in and out, and I'm just like, are you sober? Are you not?
Yeah.
It's interesting when people are like publicly sober.
I wonder if he's going to go on Armchair Expert.
Has he not been on?
I feel like he has, but not for a while. Like, if he's doing the circuits again, he might.
Yeah. Speaking of Armchair Expert, I wanted to bring this up because I was thinking about it and I'll probably forget forever. I talk about my sobriety and, like, it's always very linked to Dax Shepard and Armchair Expert and Monica Padman, and they really, really got me sober. Thank fucking God. But there is one person that I kind of forgot about in my sobriety journey that's so fucking inspirational, and I think I forgot because I'm fucking drunk all the time. But I started listening to podcasts, well, when Serial came out, but then the podcast I started listening to was My Favorite Murder with Karen Kilgariff and Georgia Hardstark, and I fucking love those girls. They're true crime girls. I'm obsessed.
Okay.
Karen Kilgariff, she's in her 50s now. She stopped drinking in her 20s. Okay. I think in her like mid-late 20s because she was a blackout drunk like almost every night.
Yeah.
And she started to have seizures.
Oh, shit.
So she's had multiple of them. There was like one story she told where she woke up in the morning and she was like on the phone and then she turned around and there was like blood spatter all over her wall because she had bit her tongue in the night while having a seizure and then just like woke up, and so she had to stop drinking, which was hard because she was an addict.
Yeah.
But yeah, I just wanted to say that because I don't know. I felt like I needed to shout out Karen Kilgariff because she really, really put it into my head that like sobriety is a thing. Mind you, it took me 10 more years to get sober after that. But
so she would talk about her sobriety a little bit on this true crime podcast.
Yeah. Like it came up like really early days of the podcast. Yeah. And like, which was weird because that's when I started listening to it. Yeah. And then like she's gone on someone else's podcast to kind of like tell the full arc, but
I've never listened to that podcast, so I don't really know what you're talking about.
But I just love her, and I just wanted to say that because like thinking about people like texting us now being like, thank you for doing this, I'm like, yeah, who were my early ones? And I'm like, Karen Kilgariff, like a woman had to get sober. She's in comedy, like that's her whole thing. And I just am like, I don't know. I feel really good that there was a woman in my life that really like helped me, and that's all.
Honestly, there's a photographer I've followed for a really long time. I think his name is Damon Baker, and he was getting sober around the time that I went to rehab as well. So maybe that also, maybe he put it in my mind as well.
Fun to do it with a buddy.
Yeah, he was just posting it on Instagram. I think he still posts like, I'm this many days sober and I'm feeling this way and it's okay to feel like this.
Call Her Daddy. Alex Cooper had Kid Cudi on the pod, and I didn't listen to it.
He's just the coolest guy ever. I think just him like opening up about, I guess he was sober doing it on his own and then had a relapse and then was like, what the fuck? Like, I thought that I was fine from this stuff. I thought that I had this under control. Yeah. And then he went to rehab and really dove into like talking to therapists about his feelings and mental health. And it was just really cool for him to talk about it in such an open way of like, this is what, like, this is it. Like, talk to people about what you're feeling, guys.
Yeah.
Like, him as a man saying that is just so powerful. So I hope that spoke to a lot of people.
Yeah. A lot of people who like think that therapy, well, okay, this is the thing, because it's like we hear about these a lot of times. We hear about men and women in Hollywood who like go to rehab, but we don't hear about like the things that people are doing up until that point, like or therapy and all these things. Like rehab is where you go when you need immediate help.
Yeah. Or even like it didn't seem like he was like it sounded like he was sober for a while, had this slip, and was like, "Hey, let me nip this in the butt."
Yeah, that's what I would do.
Let me cut this in the butt before I go any harder. And so that's what he did. And
that's good.
I don't know. I guess I like hearing men talk about that kind of stuff.
I do too. It's really nice. It's really important.
Yeah.
And it's like
talking about rehab, I was talking to our friend about rehab because we were going to talk about like our rehab binders. And she was like, "What do you mean a rehab binder? Don't you guys just sit around all day and detox and paint? Why do you have a binder? What's in your binder?"
We do class all day.
Therapy 24/7.
It really is. It's therapy boot camp. That's why I love rehab. You go in there and they just like tell you everything you need to know. You're in a bubble for like a month to 45 days. And it's the best.
It is the best.
I mean, we did do painting.
I painted like maybe once a week. Like I did arts and crafts once a week.
I think I did arts and crafts twice the whole time I was there. But
Really?
I'm not really a crafty person. I would rather like not do that.
Yeah.
We played a lot of fucking games though, and I'm not sober or drunk. I am so mean and competitive.
I'm so competitive.
I can't, like, I will call you a bitch to your face if we're playing Jeopardy and you, like, I just can't.
I played a lot of pool. I played a lot of ping pong and a lot of basketball.
We didn't have that.
Yeah.
A lot of, I like that. You all the addicts in withdrawal trying to like play basketball. And run
oh my God, they were so fucking sweaty and heaving.
Oh my God, you know how big I was when I went to rehab, and then they made us hike. I was like, oh no, in the dead of winter. Seriously, in the dead of winter, and I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and I'm like,
wait, when did you go to rehab again? In February? No, March.
March 5th.
Yeah.
March 5th. Loved it. Okay.
Loved it.
Okay, well, talking about Kid Cudi and like thinking like, oh, I thought I had this under control.
Yeah.
I think we need to delete the idea of control.
Yeah.
Because once you're an addict, you're done. There's no control. There's honestly, like, I don't even know if there's anything in my life that I am controlling. Like, am I controlling my food? No, not really. I don't think about it. Am I controlling, like, I'm just not like abstaining from things there isn't really anything because I'm, other than the fact that I'm completely sober, but other things in my life. There's an app that, did you like that transition? There's an app that is out. It's called the Sunnyside app. And it's Sunnyside mindful drinking app.
I wonder if there's other apps like this. If there's one, there must be a few. You know what I mean?
When there's one,
there's a few.
There's a few. Okay, so where did she send this to us? Found it. Okay, I'm going to play this. Okay. A little bit of it so you guys can all hear what I'm talking about.
What we're talking about.
I didn't quit drinking, and I'm not going to. But I am drinking 50% less. Last week, I drank 3 nights. This week, just 2. And last night, I stopped at just 1 glass. Today, I even swapped wine for tea. Tomorrow? Who knows? I'm finally doing it my way, not some all-or-nothing rule book. And the app I'm using to help me be more mindful about my drinking is Sunnyside.
Okay.
So cringe.
First of all, so cringe.
Second of all, what? Like, are you an addict? You are. In my eyes, you're an addict if you need to try to control it like that. Like, even my friend, remember I told you, she texted me, like, I'm only going to allow myself to have shots if it's an occasion. Yeah. And if it's not an occasion, I can only have 3 cocktails. That's it.
Me too.
It's like, okay, if you're setting out rules for yourself like that and trying to download an app to follow guidelines, you have a problem.
Yes.
You can't control it.
Yes, that is exactly how I feel. This Sunnyside app, basically, it is a subscription. So we read like 2 different prices, but I think like the max price is like $2.99 annually.
Yeah.
So it is expensive. And basically you're tracking your drinking.
Yeah.
And you make little goals for yourself, kind of. But I think it almost feels like the goal is to intuitively drink and not even think about drinking.
Yeah.
Which, if you're trying to control your drinking, you're always thinking about drinking.
Yeah. And you're probably like checking that app like every day, being like, can I drink yet? Can I drink yet? You know? And
no
that
shit. What the fuck? I would be like, I mean, immediately.
just abstain. I know it's fucking hard, but
well,
Jesus.
I would just be like, oh, okay, so I'm doing, and listen, I get it because I've done these apps before with eating and with whatever else, running, shit like that. But you like start out with good intentions, but no one's watching you. There's no supervision. So you can manipulate it all you want. And what I would do is like, okay, I had 1 glass of wine on Tuesday. Well, that would have never happened. I had 16 glasses of wine on Tuesday. So I'll have no glasses tomorrow. And then on Thursday, I can drink.
Yeah.
But I'll just be like, okay, well now it's Wednesday and I want to drink. So I'll just have 3.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Yeah.
And I would just do that.
Exactly. No, I think like it's similar to how I had therapists and we were trying to like control my drinking, and I would lie to them about being like, yeah, I only had 5 drinks yesterday. Meanwhile, I had 10, you know?
Yeah.
So it's like the same thing. You're either lying to your app or you're lying to your therapist about how much you're drinking. You can't control it. The only solution is abstinence.
Yeah.
Scary, but true.
Because I really think unless you're
like trying to like train for like a marathon or something, and you want to track how much you're drinking through an app, then yes. But if you're doing it to trying to stop drinking as much, then you have a problem and you should probably just quit altogether.
Well, that's exactly right. So, and it's like the question really is, it's like, who are you marketing to? Because you heard it on the pod, but the clip is this woman who the fuck is she, by the way? She's not like a celebrity that we know.
She didn't introduce herself.
No, like a sober person or a person who wants to get sober, or like she just wants to control her drinking. Her arms are fully crossed in front of her, and she's so excited talking about this app and controlling her drinking. So I'm like, you are not using this app. Who are you? This is a paid actor.
Definitely.
And also somebody else said that in the comments, like I saw a man doing the exact same ad. So I'm like, okay, this is a scripted thing. This is like, who is this marketed towards? Like, is this for people, like you said, who are training for something? Or maybe like, I wonder if there's people out here who are like, oh no, you know what? Maybe it's like me, where I'm like, I don't know how much protein I consume. Let me try and track it and just figure out how much. Maybe if you're a person who like has 0 qualms with alcohol and addiction, I don't know why you would get the app, but if you're just like, let me see how much I'm drinking.
Well, that's the thing. Like if you don't have a problem with it, then you don't really care to track how much you're drinking, because you're probably only drinking like once a week, if that, you know?
And not to be a super pessimist, but I also think that like these apps, they want you to fail, because that means you're going to keep coming back to the app. Yeah. And it's going to be like MyFitnessPal, by the way. If any of you had eating disorders and used MyFitnessPal like a full diary, you do fall off it, because it's mean. Like you literally hurt your own self by being this is what I ate, this is what I drank. So I'm going to put the phone away, drink, and then I'm going to come back. Mind you, my subscription is renewing. So however long you have the app. So I feel like the app it's enabling people to fail at controlling their drinking.
And it's making them even more shameful and disappointed in themselves, because they can see that they're not following it, you know? Okay, so there's a different app called Reframe as well. So it says like, which app is better, Reframe or Sunnyside? So yeah, there's more than one app like this. The Sunnyside app was co-founded by Nick Allen and Ian Anderson, the 2 most white men names ever.
Except for the 2 men that started AA. Their names are literally like Bill and Bob or something.
They launched the app back in 2020, originally under the name Cutback Coach, in response to increased alcohol consumption during COVID-19. Sunnyside focuses on mindful drinking and moderation rather than abstinence. It just seems like they're fucking taking your money, and I don't know. I would love to hear someone who uses this app and like why they use this app, and if it's like good, if they've had positive experiences with it, and if it is working for them. But it reminds me of like how I was trying to control my drinking back in the day. I would have definitely got this app if I was like when I was trying everything but going to rehab, you know?
Well, and you said something that you found recently in your diary about tracking your drinking.
Well, so I was looking through my old diary, which is like so sad. So sad. I'll bring it in one day and I'll like read you stuff.
Yeah, when I'm not so emotional.
Yeah, not today. I started it back in December 21st, 2021. And I went to rehab in 2022 of October. So I was writing in it for over a year trying to control my drinking.
What did that look like for you, controlling your drinking?
Well, I was tracking what I was drinking every day until I got too drunk and then I missed a week, you know? And I write down like reasons why I picked up the Mickey this time, or like why I know I'm the worst person when I'm drinking. Why do I keep drinking? You know, like I write this stuff down to myself in my journal, and reading it back, it sounds like I was trying to stop drinking. I don't remember it like that because I think I know in my heart I wasn't trying to stop. I was just trying to control it.
Yeah.
I like did little codes for myself, like little signs and like exclamation marks to like do a code of how much I was drinking in case anyone was reading it, because I didn't want to put down like 30 plus drinks. I don't know.
Yeah. Someone's going to find your journal.
I know, but so I was trying everything to try to control it. So I would have definitely got that app. I was trying therapy. I was trying to like meditate and do yoga. And I was like some stuff I was writing in there was like, just read your book and you're going to be okay. I was reading shit like The Bell Jar and like Joanne Didion shit, like stuff that was like depressing myself even more, you know? So it's like, I felt really sad for her. And it's funny to look back at that now because I was so stuck in the same cycle. Like I would write something like, oh my God, I'm feeling so good today. I'm so proud of myself. I didn't drink anything today. And then 3 weeks go by and I'm like, oh, I got fucked up. I pissed my bed every night. And I called my ex-boyfriend. Like I showed up at his house and fucked his friend. And you know, like it's chaotic reading it. It's
so chaotic.
It's so fucked up.
But I can relate to that so deeply because it's that thing of like, I know there's a problem and I'm a problem. Now, how can I logic myself into changing? How can I trick myself into like you almost want, for me anyway, I almost wanted to snap out of it.
Yeah. Well, I think that's what we were trying to do for so long.
I was hoping, because you know how like you have go through phases in life of like, I don't know, I don't like this food and now I like it, or I literally can't think of one fucking anecdote today, but I was like, okay, well, maybe people grow out of drinking. Like I would hope and pray every night. I'm like, tomorrow I'm going to wake up and just not have the urge to drink. That's what I would love.
Or like not have the urge to drink like I was doing, you know, like.
Yeah.
Like I hope that I can drink like a normal person tomorrow. It's going to be fine. I'll be okay.
But that's the other thing too, when we say that, it's like, did I actually want to drink like a normal person? Like, sure,
that's the thing, yeah.
But I wanted to get fucked up. The point of my drinking wasn't just to have a drink with the girls. It was to leave my body and get completely smashed. Yeah. Like, so I don't know if it's that fun.
I wanted to leave my body and get completely smashed, but not say psychotic things to people and ruin myself and my body.
I think I wanted to start over and not have this problem at all.
Yeah.
Like I really, really did. And it's very upsetting to then be like, now this is on me and I've gotten here and I have this big problem that I have to fix. Yeah. So I'm going to track it and do the best I can with what I know. Yeah. And then get myself to rehab eventually. But I like what you said about you write a thing down, I'm feeling really good, and then 3 weeks go by and you're like, oh, when I was in rehab, one of my friends had one of those like 5-minute journals, and she was like, okay, see, look, my sister's got this journal for me, and I wrote, and then you flip through some pages and then it's blank, and then she's like, oh, and then you see I started up again, like I got sober again here, and I'm like, damn, it's exhausting. It's fucking exhausting, and the starting over is so grueling that I never did it. Like, I wouldn't have even tracked my shit because I didn't want to. I
always did come back to it. So in this one journal, I have like probably a quarter of it is from a year trying to control it. And then another quarter of it is like in rehab. And then the end of it is like maybe 6 months out of rehab.
That's amazing that you did that. It's amazing that you fucking...
It's not consistent though. Like,
right, but still.
It's something that I have to like track of how the fuck I was feeling back then. Like, it's actually really sad to go back there. And like, I had just read it and then I was talking to my boyfriend, like being all sad. And then I heard your news and I was like, this is too much.
Yeah.
This is too much.
Like, I'll be exiting. Thank you. So
yeah, exactly.
Can't possibly.
That was a lot. It was a big night for me. That was a lot.
That was a big night for you.
Well, it had to be a big night for me because it was a big night for you. So like, it makes sense.
Well, yeah, like I say, we're twins from that movie with Lindsay Lohan, not the Parent Trap, the older one where one of them gets kidnapped and gets their hand cut off, and then I feel it.
Yes.
Do you guys want to see what a binder looks like? A rehab binder?
Yeah, show them the binder. Show them the binder.
I wonder, who do you think that app would work for, though? Do you think it works for hard drinkers? Like, we were talking last week about, like, the 3 tiers of drinking.
Yeah.
What's the first one?
Like moderate drinkers, hard drinkers, alcoholics.
Maybe for hard drinkers. But even hard drinkers, like, they can stop. But then...
I just don't know why someone would want to track their drinking if they didn't have a problem with it. Well, that is what's confusing to me.
Well, that's why I tracked my food, because I was having a problem with it. That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And I really, it is a weird thing because also with food in MyFitnessPal, you have to eat food to survive. You have to eat food, you have to drink water, but you don't have to have alcohol. So if you're like telling these people like, come to my app and we can mindfully show you how to drink casually and when like just very weird. Intuitively, it's first of all, that doesn't work. Yeah. It does not work.
Well, and that's why I like resented a lot of my therapists too, because they were like trying to control my drinking with me. Yeah. And like, I know now that that was never going to work and I needed to stop. Absolutely. Talking about that, I need to bring this up. Someone told me in the meetings that she was at a different meeting like a couple weeks ago, whatever. And this guy was there. He is a volunteer at CAMH and was like saying he was an addict to get the inside scoop of what the meetings were about. What? To like try to better people at CAMH. Meanwhile, he's asking this girl like, oh, so you believe in God? So why do you believe in God? So like interrogating this girl who I think she's like pretty newly sober. Hey, so why are you disguising yourself to be an alcoholic, to come into these meetings, to like shame people for it? Like, I don't understand. And that also makes me upset because why? Like, these are the types of people who are volunteering at CAMH. That's a horrible person right there.
But wait, was he trying to come into AA to like learn tips?
I think he was just like, what the fuck is this about? Why God?
Okay.
Yeah. And like shaming this girl that I was talking to, like, oh, so why do you believe in God? This isn't going to help you, blah, blah, blah. And that's the type of people that we have working for our mental health hospital. Someone who's going to disguise themselves to sneak into a meeting. Yeah. What the actual fuck? I was saying to her, I was like, okay, this would have been good if he was actually trying to learn about it to help people.
Totally.
That would have been different. But again, don't sneak yourself into a meeting. Just ask someone about it. Yeah, just ask or say like, hey, I want to go to this meeting to learn about it for my patients at CAMH. Sure, we bring you in, fine.
Yeah, but some groups are closed and I'm sure they would say no. And then some groups are open and I'm sure they would say, yeah, come on in. Like, this is...
So it just like worries me that that's the type of people that we have working at CAMH, which is our mental health and addiction hospital in Toronto.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Also heavily funded.
Yeah.
It is crazy. And also to that, nobody in AA believes that Jesus walked on water, okay? They give themselves to God so that God can take some of the pressure off their fucking addiction, you idiots.
And also, like, it's our God. I create my own God that I want. Like, I have a list of what traits my God is, and my traits are different than your God's traits. You know, like, it's a different God. It's not Jesus Christ. It's not religion at all. So I don't know. That was something
people do really get caught up in the God. And like, that's the other thing too. I don't Like, I'm not knocking the way people try to get sober, but this app is not encouraging sobriety. It's encouraging you to keep drinking.
Yeah.
Which, like,
yeah,
you're just like, you don't need to drink. That's the thing. And if you, again, what you said, we'll just reiterate, if you need to control your drinking in any way, you have a problem with drinking, and the answer is abstinence, you're going to get there eventually.
And also, a better app to get if you want to be abstinent is I Am Sober.
Yeah.
Get that app. Track your sobriety.
Yeah.
And you can write in that app every day, like, how you're feeling and why you want to stay sober. And you can read other people's comments of why they're sober and how they're feeling. And it is a community within an app of sobriety. Get that.
Get that. I'm 894 days sober today.
Oh, shit. You're coming up on 1,000, baby.
I know. I'm coming up. There was a girl on that DM'd us. Or no, she didn't DM us. This girl posted on her story, like, her sober, like, her days. And I think it was 222. And I messaged her and I was like, damn, there's something so satisfying about a triple number.
An angel number.
Yeah. You're like, I've made it here.
1,027.
That just, like, gave me chills a little bit that you have 4 numbers. Like, you have a comma in yours.
I know.
Like, you have
That's
so many,
like, legit.
so many days
But
that you
I
have a
also
comma.
love that my sober date is October 22nd, 2022. Like, the twos, it is satisfying.
Mine is March 5th, 2023. And I actually kind of
But
like
yeah.
that mine is not perfect.
I like yours too.
'Cause
I like a 5 and a 3 together because they're odd numbers and you're an odd lady.
That's true, but usually I'd be like, I can't.
And that's why I love you.
I usually like a round number. Like, I would have been like March 8th, 2020. Like, that's what I would like. But I think the imperfection of it is part of the sobriety of it all.
Yeah. Well, and also, like, there's a section on here called community. And if you're struggling to be sober and live every day as a sober person, you can just read all of these milestones and how people are feeling being newly sober. It's a great app. That's an app that we love.
We love.
Not that one.
If you are using an app to control your drinking, if that is where you are, that's okay.
That's
Listen,
okay.
we're all on our own journey.
It might be, like, working for you too. I personally, it wouldn't work for me, and I know I would have tried it and I would have, like, been like, fuck, I'm a failure again.
Yeah, it's also probably not working for you. And if it is right now, it probably won't, in my opinion. But you forge on, you do your thing. I will say, if it doesn't work for you, that's okay too.
Yeah.
It's super normal to not be able to control your drinking, and
Yep.
people need to know that. It is very difficult to do. If you fail at it, you're not a bad person. Controlling your alcohol is not a real thing. Yeah.
Now,
Do you want to talk about Uber?
let's talk about Uber. You can tell me about it because I didn't listen to that podcast that I was supposed to.
Uber, baby.
Uber. I was so stubborn. It took me a very long time to download the Uber app. I was
Really?
taking taxis up until COVID, basically. Like, I was a taxi girl.
Really?
Yeah.
You know what I find
So
very...
I was like, I feel so bad for the taxis.
I did...
I'm a very empathy first person always, even before
Totally.
sobriety.
Totally. And I agree with you. But I also feel bad for myself, and I like efficiency. So I no longer give a fuck.
Yeah, no, now I don't take taxis, but I probably was one of my last people in my friend group to download Uber because I was like, no, I'm taking a taxi. I like taxis.
Well, but
So stubborn of me.
taxis eventually got the tap, but
Yeah.
like it took so
But I
fucking
had
long.
cash all the time because I was working at restaurants, so it didn't really matter.
See, I was poor all the time, so I didn't even know if I was going to be able to fucking there were times where I had my sister, because we lived in the same
Yeah.
building. I'd have her come down and pay the
Yeah.
taxi because I was like, my credit card is fully maxed out. I was
Yeah.
drinking on the train on the way here.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But yeah, I started taking Lyfts in Boston, and I remember when Lyft came out first. When they came out first, they all had big fuzzy pink mustaches on their car. Were you
Disgusting.
around for? No, you would have been in high
Maybe it
school during
was
that time. So
different in the States.
that's also true too.
Yeah.
Do we have Lyft here?
Yeah, but I feel like Uber was first here, not
Okay,
Lyft.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we had Lyft in Boston first. And I remember reading about it. Like, someone had like gotten into a car, and I was like, oh, who is that? And they're like, oh, it's a Lyft. And I was like, what is this? And I remember feeling very nervous about it.
Yeah.
And being like, this is just some random guy in a car picking us up. I think the first few Lyfts I took were actually women.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay.
But the same thing with taxis. It was a stranger that you're going into his car, no matter what. Like, it's all taxis were strangers as well.
The difference between taxi drivers and Uber drivers is that taxi drivers report to a company. They are employees. They're employed by Beck Taxi or whatever fucking taxi. Uber drivers are independent contractors.
Okay.
So they're not employed by Uber. They just work for Uber.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Taxis, in that sense, should be safer because A, they're like always tracked and like they have to report and bring their taxi back at the end of the day. So it's like,
unless it's like a fake taxi.
well, then you have fucking fake taxis.
Yeah.
We also had a thing here with Uber a few years ago where
people were getting killed, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
McKinley was talking to me about that, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because this thing came out, like the big blast that was like, make sure you're checking license plates.
Yeah.
And you usually do, but there are some times you're like, I'm at this house, the car pulls up, you're like, I'm getting in. Now I check everything.
Now I check it, but when I was drinking, I would not check anything. I would just stumble into whoever's car would take me.
We were just talking about that. How the fuck you and I got home sometimes. Even that, like I would stumble into a car and it happened to be the Uber. Like, how did that fucking happen? How did we make it home?
Well, even like me biking, like I remember biking to bars.
Yeah.
And I'd be like, hey, I am not biking home. I'm not going to bike home because I know I'm going to be blackout drunk at the end. And I would wake up with my bike in the living room and I'd be like, what the fuck? I biked home last night?
Zoe, it's so
How did I
crazy.
do that?
Because it's like that drunk, courageous feeling of I can do anything. And you're like, nah, I could take the bike.
Crazy.
That same feeling of like, I'm not going to drink today. And you're like, nah, I'm going to drink.
Same thing.
But damn it, the bike
What is it in our brains?
You're like, the bike is covered in mud and I am covered in mud.
And I will get on this bike. I will do it.
God, you're so dangerous. Honestly, now I kind of get why you're a little less nervous about biking because you were a drunk biker.
Yeah, like I gotta be better than I was.
Yeah, now you're the best one on the road.
I really am pretty good.
We went to boxing on Monday. We're doing twice a week now. Well, twice, whatever. But, and I, 4-way stop sign, I started to go, and these fucking bikers, this group of men, not in their like little bike suits, but just like going to work, right through the stop sign. And then I rolled down my window and I said, why didn't you stop? And then he just went, and I was like, no, this isn't for my benefit, you dick. This is for you. I'm going to hit you with my car.
Yeah. No, I don't fully stop, but I usually slow down and maneuver with the cars.
It's just the city isn't right. Either we can't have bikers or we can't have cars. As a car driver, honestly, if you said no more cars, I'd be like, bummer, fine.
Yeah.
And I'll get a bike.
So what's happening?
So Uber. We listened to this podcast.
You listened to it.
I listened to this podcast. So this podcast from The Daily, the New York Times podcast, hosted by Natalie Kitroff, featuring Emily Steele. So Emily Steele's the two women, love. Emily Steele's the one that's like really telling the story. Okay. So basically, if you guys want to listen to this podcast, it's called Every 8 Minutes, Uber's Alarming Sexual Violence Problem.
Every 8 minutes?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah, babe. So, which is just like, let that sink in. Every 8 minutes, there's sexual abuse in an Uber. Okay? Sexual violence, sexual harassment. Uber is meant to be a safe transportation, right? Like that is what it is. Uber was put in place largely marketing for things like don't drink and drive. Yeah. You know, don't be walking alone. As women, don't be walking alone at night. Easy, call an Uber. My dad is always like, call an Uber, call an Uber. And I'm like, I live 2 minutes away. That would be crazy. Yeah. But it's like safety first, safety first. However, we can kind of imagine getting into a car with a stranger isn't always going to be super safe. No. We think it should be because they're employed, right? This is an employee of Uber. Wrong. This is a independent contractor that works under Uber. Yeah. So, and what that means is just basically they have no one to report to. Like they don't have a supervisor. They don't have a boss that's like, hey, where are you? Your car says this. Or like how many.
Why can't they have videos mandatory inside the cars as well?
Well, it's funny you should bring that up, my friend Zoe Jan. 2018, there was a new CEO that came in for Uber, and he was very excited about this plan to have dash cam footage or like recording devices in the car on the dashboard facing so we could watch the whole thing. Yeah. It was an extremely cheap option, and it was extremely doable, affordable, easy to implement, not a big fucking deal. Okay. But it was turned down because it would go against Uber's policy of general contractors. So if you're a general contractor, you can't be filmed by someone because they're not your employee, right? So you're just driving your car. You're just a man. Like, you're just a man driving a car, and now they want to put a camera in your car. Well, fuck you. This is my car.
But can't it be, like, for only when you're, like, working? Is it on? Like, why?
No, it doesn't
No?
matter. They cannot implement it, apparently.
That's...
Now, there is an option. I think in early days of Uber, there was an option on our phones that could say, like, record.
Yeah.
And, like, maybe their phones would record or something like that. But I've never even heard of that.
I've never heard of that.
No.
No.
Also, I'm going to just sit and record my Uber driver the whole time?
That seems crazy.
It seems crazy until you hear these fucking stats. So,
okay. Tell me.
Massive underreporting, okay? The number that Uber gave of sexual assaults. Now, they gave kind of like a tier thing. It's like serious sexual assault and just like kind of harassment. And that is a bunch of men deciding what's what, right?
Yeah.
So fuck off.
All serious.
It was reported like 27,000 sexual assaults between the year of 2017 and 2022. That was widely underreported. The real number, are you ready?
Okay.
The real number, they said 27,000. The real number, 400,181 sexual assaults and harassment accusations. Yep, in the States. And about 100,000 of them were serious assaults. Now, serious assaults classify as rape and like entering someone's body.
Yeah.
Right? And like, and touching too, but that's not serious assault to them, right? So like putting a hand back, has happened to Zoe and I in fucking Ubers, like putting their hand back, grazing your thigh, that does not count as a serious sexual assault. Now, this is also the ones that were reported. How many fucking times have you and I been in an Uber and something crazy happened and we're just like, I need to go to bed?
Yeah.
How many times has that fucking happened?
Well, I'm just thinking of like all the times that, yes, I stumble in an Uber at the end of the night and then I wake up in my bed and I'm like, how did I go from being passed out in an Uber to being tucked into bed? Yeah. How did I manage to be passed out in my Uber and wake up in bed? Did I miraculously get up and walk myself into the condo?
I do. If I
don't
did,
know.
I would love to see the footage of that. But sometimes when you're in a blackout, you act like a super fucking normal person.
I don't know. I've seen a lot of my blackout friends. Like, I try to fucking wake them up, and they will not fucking wake up.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if they're not waking up, I don't think I was waking up, babe. I don't think I was waking up.
I got roofied at a bar in St. Mark's Place in New York with my friend Jackie, and I got in an Uber. And I got home and I did wake up. I think he not slapped me, but he turned around and was like, hey, sorry. And then I had to walk up 5 flights of stairs in my Doc Martens and then was asleep in my boots. So like, I don't know if it's like that fear of being a woman and being attacked is so deeply ingrained in our bodies that like when it's our time to get out of the car, it's our time. I have no idea.
I have no idea either. But like, all I know is that we were both passed out in a lot of Ubers. Okay, and those stats are high.
Those stats are high. I did have an Uber driver walk me into my condo once, hand me over to the security guard and say, please escort her up to her room. She is out of her mind. Yeah. That was really kind, though. He was not mad at me. He felt bad. He was a dad.
That was really kind.
Yeah. Now, Uber not only is tracking, has all the information of sexual assaults, they're lying about it to protect the image, right? Because the image of Uber is a safe way to move around the city.
So if a driver gets like alleged with sexual assault, is he allowed to drive again?
Yeah. So if a driver is accused of sexual assault, it's on him. It's not on Uber because he's a general contractor.
Okay.
In one of these cases, Uber actually turned around and sued the driver. And took no accountability. Mind you,
but
these drivers...
he wasn't allowed to drive again, or what?
That one I don't know.
Or does he just drive for a different company like Lyft?
That one I don't know. It really depends. Yeah. Now, what I will tell you is that there are options on Uber, right? There's Uber Black, Uber XL, Uber Eco, and then Uber Basic. Uber Basic is the most basic of options. It is the cheapest option. The way that Uber ranks cars is not just based on the cars, it's based on the safety and the driver. So if I'm a person and I don't have that much money and I'm trying to get to school,
Yeah.
I'm going to choose Uber Basic. And that person, it's very possible that he has been involved in a sexual assault case. Because if you're doing unserious sexual assault, you still get to drive. It's fine. You just get a black mark and you get bumped down. But you can still drive. And now we're fucking picking up people of lower income. So we're putting those fucking people at risk.
Do you get a lower rating though? Like if you, I guess, like you would have lower ratings,
You
I
would
would
have-
assume.
If you're molesting everybody, you would have a lower rating. But like I don't know if I've ever gotten like a low rating. It's pretty good. But like I don't know what happens if you have like 1 0 and the rest is like 4.5. I don't know if it really brings you down.
Do you get Uber XLs or do you get basics?
Oh, I never get basics. I get Uber X.
Oh.
Uber XL is like a big one. Uber X is like the one that's like, it's
Do
just...
they have Uber Basic here?
Well,
I think they just have Uber
They
X.
have?
Because I've never heard of an Uber Basic now that I'm thinking about it. Yeah, Uber X, Uber Black, Black SUV. That's it. Well, Uber Green, Comfort.
Yeah.
Share.
Uber Share. So Share is the same. Share is also the same. So I think in the States they probably do have, and in different cities they have different things depending on like economic status.
I didn't know that you can call a taxi through Uber.
Yeah, they work for Uber too.
Oh, everything is owned by Uber now.
Yeah. So
damn, really every big company is just like endorsing sexual assault, eh?
That's the fucking thing.
That's the thing.
So I'm a college student.
Yeah.
I don't have that much money. I'm trying to get to class or the bar or the this, and I have to get an Uber Basic or an Uber Eco or whatever the cheapest option is. And that person, and it doesn't necessarily mean that that person is a bad person. What it means is that bad people who commit sexual harassment and sexual assault are still allowed to drive for Uber. They are not, nobody is told that these are dangerous people. They're not restricted to only picking up men.
Yeah.
They are allowed to do whatever the fuck they want. It's insane. And I would really just like to bring back the piece of like, most people getting those Ubers are
women.
They're women, but they're also people of a lower income status because that's just the one you're picking. You're not picking Uber X.
Yeah.
So now we're like saying that marginalized people and people with lower incomes are more at risk. Their safety is more at risk because they have less money. And the people that are assholes get to keep driving them around. It's insane. Uber knows when and where it is most at risk for sexual violence. So basically, picking people up from bars, picking single women up from bars, things like that, they know, which is obvious.
That's obvious. It's just like...
But they know that, and they allow the lower tiered cars to pick people up from the bar, drunk girls.
It's making me really feel really fucking weird right now knowing all that shit, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yep. I don't like it. Yeah, well, also going back to like women are never really seen. I think I've only gotten 2 women Uber drivers in my life, and I was so excited to see them.
Oh yeah, and you're gonna this stat is not gonna shock you at all, but obviously there's way more men Uber drivers than women. Yeah, because men inherently love to drive or whatever. But
well, it's just like, why would a woman want to be an Uber driver? That's so risky as a woman to be alone in a
to pick up strangers,
a male. Yeah.
No way. Fucking no way.
Even if you have the wheel, you're not in control.
Well, there's also like another article by this woman, and she talks about how she was an Uber driver and she was assaulted so many times and terrified. And like you kind of know, like when people are getting into your car, you get a vibe and you kind of know like, fuck, this is not going to be a good one.
And then you're stuck in a car with them. Like, no, of course women don't want to be Uber drivers.
Definitely not. So there are more men. Yeah. And also, like 98% of the assaults that happen are male passengers or male drivers. Yeah. So like male passengers will assault female drivers and male drivers as well. Yeah. But male drivers will assault female passengers. Men are pretty safe. I'm assuming the LGBTQ group is like not safe either. Yeah. But also for other reasons too, harassment in general, but it's fucking crazy. I think that brings us back to just what you and I were talking about, that like it's so scary to think back and be like, I got to get myself home in the middle of the night. And like you risk your life already getting into a car with a stranger.
But also like we are risking our lives every day.
With drinking?
With drinking.
Sure.
So it's like, why, like, that wasn't any scarier to me because, like, I'm already risking my life drinking every day.
Sure, but we also didn't know how fucking dangerous it is and how, like, I'm sorry, but if you assault somebody in your car or a passenger assaults somebody, that person, that driver or that passenger never get to fucking work for Uber again. You cannot handle it. Yeah. You cannot handle having a woman in your car.
Why? Like, is there people who are, like, protesting this, like, saying, what the fuck, Uber? Like, can we not have these people that are accused drive still? Like, no. What is happening with that?
So there was, like, an internal conflict at Uber where some people were, like, let go or quit because some of the, it wasn't even just women. Some of these people were saying, that worked there were saying, hey, we have all of this data that not only shows who's a risky person, a dangerous person, it shows where these things take place. It shows at what time. We have this data. We can also create policy and protocol that make it safer for women. And a lot of that would be fucking fuck off if you're an assaulter. Like, you can't drive. But they had all of this. And when the Trump administration came in this time...
I wonder if it's different in Canada at all.
No. I mean, there's less people in Canada, so there's just obviously going to be less crime. But no, it's the same. We have the same fucking shit everywhere. Yeah. But, what was I going to say?
Trump administration.
When the Trump administration came in, they just kind of stopped looking at it. Like, the funding for that just kind of, we're not doing it. Like, they are not interested.
No, and this needs to be more of a forefront issue because that is insane to me that these people are continuing to drive and you know that they're fucking sick and going to keep doing it. Oh, I know they're not going to stop.
And I wanted to say,
because they got in trouble a little bit. No, they're not going to stop.
Yeah. And I bring up the Trump administration just to say that a lot of his policies cut funding to, like, safety protocols and things like that. Yeah. So that's why that's relevant. It says here, like, the cheapest rides are the highest risk. Testing in 2018 showed Uber could predict and prevent 15% of all assaults on basic ride options, but still dispatches their high-risk drivers.
Yeah.
Like, it's just like...
No, I feel like no one's talking about this. I haven't heard of that. Have you ever gotten into an Uber? Like, being a sober person, before when I was getting into Ubers, I didn't feel a thing because I was drinking all the time and I never felt unsafe because I was so out of my mind. Now being sober and getting into an Uber, I feel anxious all the time. I always thought that it was because I don't have control. Like, when I'm biking home or if I'm walking home or if I'm taking a streetcar, I feel like I'm in more control than when I'm in an Uber with a man. And I thought that was just it, but it must also be the fact that, yes, I am in a car with a stranger. Yeah. It is a weird situation, and I do now feel like I don't take Ubers often, but when I do, it's like I do get a little bit sick in my tummy. Yeah. I thought it was the control thing for me, but it probably is also the stranger in a car with me as well.
Yeah, 100%. They did do a rollout in Saudi Arabia, actually, where it was women drivers being matched with women passengers. Probably because there is more of a issue with women's safety. So it was like, okay, here we go. And then they were going to implement it in the States. And that was also
cut because of Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. Because Trump didn't cut it. Yeah. Uber cut it. Because when he came back into office the second term,
the funding.
This is when they were going to roll that out, women for women drivers. Right. And then they said, with everything politically going on right now, it's just not the time for our image. They said that, like, with everything political going on in the world, it's going to cause, like, a gender divide and fights and, like, oh, well, now we have to hire women because, you know, DEI and, like, all that. So they're just like, we're not doing it.
I'm sure that would employ a lot of women, because if I was a woman and I needed, like, extra money, for sure I would be a woman Uber driver. If I knew I was only picking up other women, for sure. But also then where's the line of, like, what if you're a woman picking up another woman and she has her boyfriend with her? Then the lines get blurry.
Yeah, and maybe you can't do that. Yeah. Like, maybe... And it's not crazy. I think we got some backlash on TikTok, of course, because we talked about how I feel. I was in a car with, like, a professional Muay Thai bare knuckle fighter. And
Yeah.
I was saying that, like, that's crazy that I'm in a car with a strange man who could kill me.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know this person. And then people were like, well, fuck you, men, not all men. And you're like, okay. But it's super fucking relevant. Because that's what we were talking about.
That's why we bring this up to, like, say, hey, guys, no, we're not wrong.
Yeah.
All women are scared in Ubers, no matter what.
I'm sorry.
And also, like, yeah, if you are getting into an Uber, like, this is not of, like, don't get into an Uber because, like, then you're going to walk home and the risk there is probably higher than going into an Uber. Would you say, like, walking home is more risky than getting into an Uber?
100%.
So still go into Ubers, guys. So just be mindful and be aware that this is happening and share your location with someone that is awake.
And yes, share your location with someone that's awake. And also, like, maybe we're not getting into Ubers drunk on our own. And I know that is...
No, but that's like I know that that's going to happen no matter what.
But also maybe for other people listening that are like, oh, that's my friend, she's going home. Maybe you'll listen to this and be like, actually, you know what?
Go with her.
Yeah. Or, like...
Take 2 stops.
The safety of it all.
Yeah.
Because we can't sit here and be like, well,
stop taking Ubers.
or good luck.
Yeah.
I also am, like, remiss to say, like, don't take the cheapest Uber because that's not fucking accessible.
Yeah,
like,
no, it's not.
It's really not. Uber's so expensive. And so you can't say don't take the cheapest.
And also, Uber is so expensive at 2 a.m. on a Friday, Saturday night.
Yeah.
It's like $40 sometimes to get to one end of the city.
Yeah.
Plus. Mm-hmm. So it's like, yeah, you have to take the cheapest option.
Mm-hmm.
Just you have to, hopefully you're not blackout drunk.
Yeah.
Or hopefully you always have your location shared with someone.
Uber has all these statistics and they can prevent assault. They can prevent this kind of crime. They choose not to so that they can keep profiting.
Yeah.
They literally put people at risk to make money, which is fucking gross and insane.
But that is like all
everything.
Big companies. Yeah. You know, like this isn't a abnormal or unusual situation.
Yeah.
This is the way the world works, unfortunately.
Yeah, and if Uber's not going to tell you how to keep yourself fucking safe, we will.
Yeah.
I have one of those birdie alarms that when you pull it, it fucking screams.
Good.
Do you have one?
No.
I should get you one. I love it. But those are great. Keep it in your purse.
Yeah.
Also, like, we're not allowed to carry pocket knives. Well,
the line is blurry with that.
The line is so blurry. In the States, I remember during COVID, do you remember those girls on TikTok that were making like self-defense keychains?
Yeah.
It's like, fuck, I want one of these. But we're not allowed to have knives and we're not allowed to have pepper spray.
If someone assaulted us and we knifed them, we would get in trouble, which is so insane of Canada.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. I'm like, I should be allowed to defend myself.
Yeah.
But then you get into the like, oh, I should be allowed to defend myself. I want a gun. And
yeah,
like,
we don't want a gun. We don't want guns. I just share my location with a lot of my friends.
Yeah.
And
then do you text each other when you get home? Like if you're all leaving together?
I mean, like, I feel like now I don't because I'm sober.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
I feel like my friends that are drinking, yes. But when I left my friends last week, my friend was like, please text me when you're home because I was biking. So I texted
Yeah, I think
them.
I do that to you too.
Yeah.
Very nervous. I also
like,
track you.
We track each other.
Yeah.
We're like, hey, everyone is home safe. Like I have all my friends on my map and I'm like, okay, everyone is in their beds. Good night. And
Yeah.
I shut my eyes.
That's cute. That's really, you just like, good night, good night, good night, good night.
Everyone is in their beds. Love you. This one is not, but we're
like,
okay with that.
Excuse me, where are you? Did you fall down?
Yeah.
She's with a boy. Fantastic. Okay. The birdie alarm is great. Also, we're not allowed to have pepper spray, but honestly, I don't really give a fuck. But I have bear spray.
Bear spray.
And
you're allowed to carry that.
And
so
coyote
I think
spray.
That would be amazing.
And they're just like a little tampon tube. Like it's just little. You just put it in your little pocket.
Yeah.
I will say one thing that's extremely hard for people, and those people being me.
Yeah.
I am like a polite girl. I've been raised to keep my head down and be polite. Now, yeah, I'm swearing all over the internet. Who gives a fuck? But like in social situations, I'm super polite. With strangers, I'm super polite.
Are you talkative?
Fuck no. When I was drunk,
good.
I was. I was like, let's get the life story, baby.
Yeah.
And now I'm like.
Yeah. I put my headphones on. I shut up. I don't know if the right thing is to like not engage with them because maybe then they're like, okay, I'm going to leave this one alone. She's not cool. You know?
Well, the scary thing about that is that you never know what's going to trigger someone. So ignoring a man might make them go off.
True.
Or speaking with a man might make them feel like you're
asking for it.
Yeah, flirting with them and you want to be fucked in the back of their weird car.
Oh my God. I didn't tell you, but I was at the pool the other day and my pool like looks at this building that's being built. Like construction guys are there.
Mm-hmm.
And this one guy was like, hey, to me at like tanning at my pool. And I was like feeling like I was in a good mood. I said, hey back. And I threw like a little heart. Just silly, cute. And then he did the heart back. And then he kept fucking yelling at me throughout the whole day. I said, oh, this was the biggest mistake of my life.
Did you ignore the rest of the thing?
I ignored the rest.
But he continued.
He kept yelling. He kept like trying to wave me down throughout like the 4 hours that I was at the pool. I am just trying to be like nice and like funny and like cute. That's not me saying hi and like throwing you a heart is not me asking for you to like fuck me. You know?
It's just me trying to not immediately say fuck you. It's me trying to be like kind of nice and
I'm just like, hey, like what's up?
Yeah.
I'm at the pool, like whatever.
Cooking, yeah.
I'm just having a good time. That doesn't invite you to harass me throughout the fucking rest of the day at the pool.
That's what I think. I think that people don't understand what no means no actually means.
Yeah.
It's like, like
if I'm ignoring you, take the hint, baby. This is also reminding me of I was biking home on like a Saturday night and this car like pulls up because there's traffic and I'm just waiting there in the bike and the guy just says to me, how's biking tonight? And I look forward and I don't make eye contact with them. I don't even like twitch at all. I'm just like, oh my God.
Yeah. But have you ever done that and then they go, fucking bitch?
Well, he just didn't say anything after. I'm like, thank God. But like
shocks the men when you don't engage. That's why like in my older age, I'm doing my best to not engage. Like someone catcalled me the other day and I just was like, this is an insane thing to do, to yell at a woman you don't know about her tits. Like that's super weird.
About your tits?
Yeah. And I was like, you fucking creepy pedophile. I am a child.
You are, baby. You're so tiny, so small.
Thank you so much. When did I tell you about the time I was in New York? I'm in New York a lot this episode.
Yes, she's a New York queen.
I was in New York and I got in a taxi and I was going wherever the fuck I was going. It was at night, probably like 11 though. It wasn't super fucking late. It's also New York. So I got in a taxi and like he was chatting and I didn't want to chat. But when he drove, this was like also kind of before Uber or like in the midst of it, but he drove up and I saw him go like, he gave me like a wink and a nod and kind of like in a lick your lips kind of way. And I was like, oh no. But I'm like a kid. I was probably like 19 and I was like, I have to get in this fucking car. Got in the car. I'm not going that far. He is chatting. Now he's chatting. What do you do? What do you do? You must be a model. You must be a model.
Really?
And like, no, I was not must be a model. It was not like that. I was just, and I'm trying to be fucking nice.
Yeah.
If I stop talking, you're going to get mad and call me a bitch. It's happened before.
Yeah.
So I finally pull up to where I need to go. And I have this feeling. I'm like, he's not going to fucking let me out of the car. I had that feeling. And so I grabbed the lock. You know, when the lock is like pushed up. So it was unlocked.
Yeah.
And I grabbed the lock and then he locked it. But I was holding it. So all the other ones locked.
Yeah.
And I was holding this one up.
You're so smart.
I just knew he was, I knew he was going to fucking do it. And I wasn't drinking at all. Like I was super sober. And then he was like, stay in the car. And I was, it's delusional, right? Because you're like, this can't be happening.
Yeah.
And I was looking around to see maybe if there's like a bike or something happening outside that I shouldn't. But I'm like, no, you're literally holding lock. He wants you to stay in the fucking car. Yeah. And he was like, stay in the car. Come on, just stay with me. And then I just like, I was like, fuck you. And I opened the car and ran.
Didn't pay?
No. And there was a hotel and I like ran into the hotel and I was shaking.
Your
it was so
intuition is really strong. I will give you that.
It is really strong.
Because we are witches.
Because
we practice the witchcraft.
And my mother is a witch. And my mother watches true crime. And my mother is the one who told us, like, if a car ever pulls up beside you and tells you to get in or I'll shoot you, just tell them to shoot you. She's like, because you could survive a gunshot wound to the head more than you're going to be able to survive being raped. Yeah. Well, being raped and then also shot and killed. But my intuition, I really fucking follow it and I don't care. At this point, sometimes I feel bad and then sometimes I'm like, for what?
Literally.
Keeping myself safe. Yeah. But that was a scary one. I wish I had had something on me. What I was going to say is that I think women tend to want to be polite and not rock the boat and not cause chaos, right? Especially when you're in the car, a locked car with a man. But I think if you feel uncomfortable in a car, you just get out. Especially in Uber because it's on your phone. You'll pay regardless. But it's like if you're uncomfortable, it's okay. Use your voice and get the fuck out. You don't have to stay with someone just to appease them. It really is like get the fuck out of the car. You don't have to stay in the car.
Trust your intuition.
Yeah.
Your intuition is usually right.
Yeah.
It's not worth it to risk it.
It's not worth
really
it.
Isn't.
And it's also like not okay to have men be super fucking creepy and give you a weird vibe. And
No.
I think the intuition piece, getting a little security alarm, just like being aware. And I think that's the scary part of being like a drunk girl.
Yeah.
Is that like an Uber
nothing matters to me if I'm drunk.
Well,
I don't fucking care if I'm gonna get raped and killed in the back of a car. To be honest, I don't. But
right.
We don't want that to happen to you.
No. And some people do care.
Like, yeah, but like if you're a drunk like me, you want to die anyways. So like whatever.
Sure. But if you're not a drunk like me and Zoe and you don't want to die and you just want to have fun with your friends, but you're drunk, you should be able to get into a car and go home. Like the car is supposed to be your safe haven before you go home.
So there's things that you can set up to make sure you're safe. And I don't want this to be like a fear-mongering thing of like be fearful at all times. Like I don't want that. I just want to like
I think there's a difference between
this.
And you shouldn't be scared. You should be prepared.
Yeah.
And
I think that's the truth.
Yeah. As a woman walking around this world, you do. And I know that's a little bleak, but you do need to be prepared. And that's what I was going to say, being a drunk girl and you need to have your wits about you. I'm like, you fucking don't. Like I would get into a car and then be like,
yeah, I know. I'd
like,
be like, okay.
My wits are exhausted now.
Yeah.
But I will say, like, friends, partners, boyfriends, girlfriends, just be
parents, like whatever, whoever you have that like has got you, like you know who you have, and
just think like people who have jobs, drivers, they're still people, and people fuck up. And just because you work for a company that is supposed to be safe doesn't mean you're a safe person. It means you're a person who wants to make money.
Yeah.
So trust yourself, keep yourself safe. And also, we're fucking right. So don't come for us in saying that driving in cars with men is safe. Because it's fucking not. 400,000 assaults, okay? It's fucking not.
Yeah, that's insane. It's really sad.
But with all that said, Zoe Francisca Chan, thank you for being such a good friend to me always, and especially this week. I love you so much.
I love you so much. I'm here for you always. I'm here for you always. My little undrunky poo-poos.
Drunky pose. And I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you too. Proud of you.
Proud of you.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to Girl Undrunk. You can follow us on Instagram and TikTok at Girl Undrunk Podcast and or send me an email at heather@girlundrunk.com.
Good podcast!
Good pod. Good pod.
God, you're still so fucking tanned. I know. But then again, you're tanning all the time.
It's a lifestyle. Honestly, though, it's a lifestyle.